About a week ago, I was driving, and for whatever reason or another, I had to kind of like go back to the same place twice in one day. So drive to and from, and then to and from repeatedly. Um, and I'm at this stoplight, and I look on the sidewalk next to me. There's a little park there, and there's a bench with a woman and a man, and the woman is kind of like standing. The guy is sitting down at first, and then he starts to get up, and he's like tearing into her verbally. He's like, "You always take from people. You always take. You always need. You always take. You always need." And she's like, "Get out of my face. Get out of my face." And she motions as if she's about to walk away from him. But then, as he continues to just verbally, say all these different, I guess, hurtful things, she takes the drink that she's holding, and I don't know if it's a soda or some type of juice. It's some red drink, and she spills it on him. She splashes it, and I'd say about a third of it lands on him. And after she does this, he gets up, or I guess starts to move over to her, and she's like, don't hit me, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. And then he hits her in the back of the head, and he says some B word, don't ever do that again. And then the lady kind of like looks over to to notice the cars that are just, sitting in traffic, and is like, oh, help me, he hit me. And then after this, I drive away because the light finally changes at last. Then when I'm coming back down that same road after running my errand, this is probably about 10, 20 minutes later, I see the same lady sitting there with some officer who's like, I guess, taking her case or writing down whatever she's telling them from her police report. But I thought to myself, I don't support violence, especially among romantic partners. But you would think that if someone is willing to spill something purposefully on another person, the whole like subject matter of, let's all keep our hands to ourselves and kind of calm down would go out the window. Like, she only tried to de-escalate the conflict with this guy after throwing her drink at him. And I really think, spilling a drink on someone next to spitting in their face is probably one of the most disrespectful things you can do to another human being. Honestly, if you gave me the choice of having somebody like throw a drink on me or trip me, I probably would pick getting tripped. But she escalated that conflict with that guy, and then after it went in a direction that she wasn't prepared for, which was getting smacked upside the head, she then goes to the police and tries to get him in further trouble. And like I said, I don't support violence, but you can reasonably infer, if you're watching this, that as much as he was saying all this mean and hurtful stuff, you always take, you always take, if she did not throw her drink at him, he probably wouldn't have hit her. And that's just a pattern I've noticed with some of these romantic relationships I've observed, where a lot of the different female partners are, if they get assaulted or, like hit by the man that they're with, there's usually some aspect of it where they played like a direct role in escalation, like cursing them out, calling them all types of things, possibly even hitting him first. And then because she can't hit as hard as he does, then suddenly she wants to take back the submissive, I'm so scared and terrified role. But yeah, I just wonder what people think. It was the guy in the right? Was she in the right? I personally don't think either one of them are in the right. Like, I don't know. Maybe for me, I'd like to imagine, were I in a romantic relationship with a woman and she struck me after I had, said the things that he said or said what this guy said, I would, unless it's something like really hurtful in terms of, oh, I thought my life was in danger, like, you get stabbed by your partner or, beaten repeatedly, I probably wouldn't report it. Just because that's just me, whatever. But I still like stand by the position that that I don't. While you can not condone what the guy hitting a pregnant woman, there's also like a lesson to be learned in terms of escalation and knowing that a lot of times when people do get hit, there's usually some, especially by a person they know, there's usually some direct thing that was said or done right before that led to it, or led to the escalation?